So, if you have kind of been paying attention to our calendar, when is our first kind of section of our test?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So, we're going to practice reflecting shapes one more time, and then I'll have one last thing to show you, and then you should be all set for the test. Remember though, because we're kind of having like a week and a little quiz, and then a week and a little quiz, if you're having a hard time with something, make sure you ask right away, because there's not a whole lot of time, to practice more. Okay, if you have any questions today, let me know. Alright, the first thing we have to do, I give you the 2 sheets of paper, the one with kind of where your data is, and then a graph to graph it on. The first thing I want us to do is I want you to graph the original shape on your graph paper using just your regular pencil. Okay, so this one won't be in color because this one's just our original one. Oh, and I want to go to this one. Okay, so to get us started, I'll do the first couple with you. Remember, it shows you exactly where the dot needs to go, so you don't have to worry about which square it goes in or where it should be, because your points will tell you exactly where it is. Okay, so our first one is 4, 5, so you have to go 4 over and 5 up. Okay, the next one, you're going to go 7 over and up 1. What's a really important thing to do so you don't get kind of a blob at the end?
Draw the lines.
Connect them as you go. It makes it much easier for you in the end. Over 9, up. It might not be anything. It just says a shape. Okay, 8, 10. You have to go over 8. Up. 7. Well, that's a really squiggly line, but.
It's some kind of weird shape. It's Pac-Man.
Over 7, up 5.
Oh, like a Pac-Man man.
Exactly. Yeah, just a shape.
It's a weird looking Pac-Man. Pac-Man that.
It won't always make a sailboat or a star or like an actual picture. Sometimes it might just be a shape.
Pac-Man.
Yesterday, okay, turn. Yesterday when we were doing Excel, they were just rectangles or squares or, they don't always have to be a picture. They may just be a shape.
Very weird looking. I can't kind of make it one.
Is everybody done drawing that first one? Okay, so now remember kind of our rule we figured out yesterday. If they want us to reflect it over the x-axis, which coordinate is going to change? The y. Okay? So, and when we have to change the y, and how do we change it? Do we add 4 to it? Do we multiply it by something?
As opposite.
You make it the opposite. So the opposite of 5 is?
-5.
Negative 5. And what happens to the x coordinate in that one? It just stays exactly the same. Perfect. We'll go ahead and make those coordinate lists. You guys have nice lines on yours. I don't have them up here.
Well, definitely we don't. Yeah. You mean like on the bottom one? Yeah.
Okay, so all the x's stay the same. The only one that changes is the y. You just make it the opposite. Okay. When you are ready, you have all your coordinates down. You can draw that on your graph paper, but do it in one of the other colors you got. You can kind of see the difference between them. So whatever other colored pencil you grab, go ahead and make that shape. Remember, be very careful to notice the negative sign. Okay, so if our first point is 4, -5, we go over 4 down 5. We have to find that negative. If we put it at positive 5, we'd just be at the exact same spot we were with our first shape. Okay, and then we have 7, negative 1. Well, is it really a spoiler alert though? Because if you're only reflecting a shape, is anything changing about it other than it's just kind of being flipped over? No, it stays the same size, it stays the same shape. It just flips over a little bit.
It only changes if you do it.
There you go. Good point. 7, 6.
That looks like a goose head. What?
I think I made a mistake somewhere.
No, you did. It's the exact same. It's not.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
No, but this is only 1.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
7.
No, it's wrong.
I think this one might be wrong.
Yeah.
6.
That's
Yes.
6.
You're right. That's where it should be.
I messed up.
There you go. 7.
Okay, try to color it in. Go.
Sure. Give it a little love. Color it in a little bit.
I'm shading. I'm gonna put a color.
Okay. Skylar had a really good point. Skylar, what's the only reason that this should like change shape or size?
If you did it wrong.
If you did it wrong. If your new colored shape doesn't look exactly the same as your first one, but just flipped over, you know you did something wrong.
Yeah.
If you're watching me do it, I noticed right away, I was like, well, that line is closer than that one. I think I put it in the wrong spot, and I did.
You can't erase though. Yes, you can with these on.
Well, you can do your best.
I did my best to match. I grabbed the pencil. Fly, you draw the outline with the pencil.
So what kind of a reflection did we just make? Over the x-axis. So here's our x. Our x is kind of like our mirror in this case. If this shape looked in the mirror, it would look like that on the other side. Okay. Any questions on this one? Feeling okay about reflections? Okay. Let's look back at our last one. If they want us to flip the original shape over the y-axis, which coordinate is going to change? The x coordinate, and how is it going to change? Yep, the negative is going to be the opposite. So if originally it was a positive 4, if we're reflecting over the y, it's going to be negative 4. Okay, and if it will, and our y coordinate stays the same. Our positive 7 turns to negative 7. And our y coordinates stay the same as our original shape. Yeah, make sure when you're changing it, you're looking at the original. Because otherwise, if you change the coordinates over here, you're reflecting over the x-axis, and then you're changing that one too. So it won't quite turn out the same. Okay, if you have all your coordinates ready, go ahead and take your third color, so the one you have different, and go ahead and plot those points. So first you have to go to negative 4 and up 5. Okay, make sure you watch those negative signs. shape will be in the wrong spot if you forget those negatives. I think that's right. I think I got it. Okay, go ahead and give it some love if you want to and color it in when you're all done.
I gave everything love. I gave nothing love. I gave my I bet you guys. Oh, you guys think so quick. I don't think it's not. This is what I call
That's why.
Yeah. How did our shape change? I like the hand motion, you're right.
Translate. Transformation. Translate.
Remember, translate is a slide. Did we just like slide this over?
Reflection.
Reflected. Which way did we reflect it?
The other way.
This is the X, remember? The Y. Yep, so if the Y was like a mirror, it got reflected right over there. Perfect. Any earth-shattering, burning questions you have about reflection?
No. I can fix up the letters and
Okay. Remember the rule is if it says it wants you to reflect it over the X, which one of these are you going to change, the X or the Y? The Y. So it's kind of the opposite. They like to trick you, right? Math people, they got to make it harder than it should be. So then if they wanted you to reflect it over the Y, you have to change the X. And if you just remember that they always name points like this, they always write the X first and they always write the Y second, that'll help you to remember which point to flip. Did that help a little bit?
Yeah.
Kind of just a memory thing.
Why did they pick X and
That's a great question. Why not A or B?
or Z and Y? Why say if you're looking in here, you're ready to right hand pick it's on your left side.
That's just kind of the way reflections work. You just kind of flip the image around. Okay, because I can promise you're gonna have a question just like this tomorrow on your part 1 quiz. I'm gonna give you some points and I'm gonna say, okay, if I want you to reflect it over the x-axis, do the points and draw it for me. I think we've done enough practice on it, so I don't want to kill you guys anymore. Okay, don't open up your iPads yet. I want to do these with you. Okay. The last thing we kind of have to cover before tomorrow are nets. You saw them in 3rd grade, you saw them in 4th grade. Most students kind of like them. They think they're a little bit easier. Okay. Oh,
You got it wrong.
what's my...
Your username or password is incorrect.
Maybe I have to do at Bluffview. There we go. So, nets are just kind of the outline of a 3D picture or a shape. So in this case, the 3D shape is a what? A pyramid. Okay, right, just like the pyramids in Egypt. Okay, so if you were, gentlemen, are you ready? If you were to kind of just take a scissors and cut these sides apart and lay it flat on the table, which of these would make the pyramid?
The one is a triangle.
Yeah, the one that kind of looks like a triangle, right? Is there any circles really part of a pyramid?
Yes.
No.
Yes,
Right?
they just
The bottom is a triangle, the sides are triangles, there's no circles really part of it. It is a cone. If you were to put these together, it would be a cone. Okay?
We just said.
Oh, this is like reverse of what we just saw, right? If you were to kind of cut the side of this and lay it flat, what would the net look like, Connor? The first or the second one? The first one. That was kind of easy because we just talked about it. Oh, but what about this one? Which one of these shapes would I cut the sides of and lay it flat and get this net? Nolan, what do you think? The first or the second one? The first one, right? Is there any circular, triangular shapes as part of this net? No, so it's not going to be one of those. It'll be the cube. Oh, now they're kind of up in their game here. If you were going to cut the sides of that, what would it come out to be? The first one, right? Do you see any triangle sides on this one? No, so it won't be that net. Do you have a question?
That one would make.
What?
If you put the sides up, wouldn't it make a pyramid? Yes.
Okay, so if you cut the sides of this one, what would it kind of look like, Logan? The first one, this one is a little tricky. Okay, it's a little bit harder than the other ones. However, if you look, what shape is the top of this?
Circle.
But what?
Square.
They kind of have a square top on this net, so we know it's not going to be that one. Okay? We'll do one more. You kind of cut the sides up and laid it flat like a piece of paper on your desk. Madison, what would it make? The second one, right? Kind of you see the triangle sides, Okay. Okay, the last thing I want to talk to you about.
No. I did the 931.
Yeah.